Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm your boy Numbskull, and welcome back once again to my super totally mega awesome tier channel. Tonight I just want to get a quick little video out, so I'm going to read you all a quite short trip report I found on the all-reliable site that is Erowid. Without further ado, and with not a single extra nanosecond wasted, I present to you an LSZ trip report. If you want to see more of the substance, I can certainly provide. Let's get into it. Drugs taken: LSZ, cannabis, and tobacco, at a dose of 450 micrograms LSZ orally, and 2 hits of cannabis orally, an unlisted amount of tobacco smoked. Gender: male. Body weight: 70 kilograms, or roughly 154 pounds. Time of experience: 2014. Age at time of experience: 20. LSZ, different but nice. By mental patient. I have taken LSD twice before, one low dose and then one a high dose. That was a very profound experience, with little ego left in me for the following years after. I also have been consuming moderate amounts of MDMA for the past 4 months or so, and had rolled maybe 4 days before this experience. 2 years and 3 months later, I've acquired 5 150 microgram hits of LSZ. I had quite a calm mindset before I did this, but have been anticipating it for quite a while, so I did feel just slightly anxious. I may be taking too much, but I quelled it quite sufficiently. 8:30 p.m. I give 2 to my girlfriend and I chew up the other 3. They tasted like paper and a little ink. We then sat on the couch and started playing a cool new version of Erowid on the PlayStation. 8:50 p.m. I'm not sure if I feel anything. Feels like placebo at the moment. 9. Okay, I can definitely feel something now. My head space is expanding and I'm feeling a little nauseous. 9:30 doesn't feel the same as the LSD I have consumed before. It doesn't fall and rise. I'm just on continual, very slight upslope. Playing asteroids now, and my playing has improved dramatically. I have very precise thumb movements and the game's visuals are quite intense to look at. 10:30 p.m. The come up is still quite intense. I'm wondering if at this point the trip is going to become more tolerable, as I have to lay down to settle my stomach. 11. Somewhere during this point, I hop in the shower with my girlfriend as I was getting some cold sweating. I also end up throwing up, after which I felt a little better, but the intensity of my headspace and, to some extent, body load was almost intolerable, yet very enjoyable in a way. My girlfriend agrees with me, and she too has felt quite nauseous the entire time. 12 o'clock. By this time, my nausea has gone, and I smoked a bowl of some average cannabis mixed with tobacco. It's very hard to do, and I spend over half an hour packing it and subsequently only smoking half. 1 a.m. Laying in the hammock makes for a very comfortable trip, and I'm watching the trees above me jump from side to side in my vision. Around this point, I'm convinced I'm on a plateau and don't expect to climb much higher. Girlfriend believes she peaked around this time, or maybe 2. I continue walking to and from the hammock and the shed to smoke more cannabis. 3:30. Around this time, my girlfriend has laid down to go to bed, and her body is quite exhausted. I'm on the computer and start to watch a strobe illusion with some nice music. This seemed to act as a catalyst for everything around to warp in my field of vision even more. I then play Shine On You Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd, and it's not long before I'm lost in the music with my eyes shut. Loving every single note and piece of silence, it was an amazing feeling. The music got distant but ever more nuanced as I finally broke my concentration for a second, opened my eyes, and realized just how far gone I was. I almost panicked for a second and thought I had perhaps taken too much, as I realized I had still yet to peak. I reassured myself that I was strong and would be able to handle the experience well. 4:30 a.m., or T plus 8 hours. I then lay down with my girlfriend and put my headphones on as I decided to listen to that song again. It was at this point that the music had me writhing on the bed to each note, and almost as if it were activating my different chakras, extreme outpouring of emotion soon followed after I removed my headphones, as I felt energy pour out of my heart and my hands into my girlfriend laying next to me, pretty much passed out. As I said, she was quite tired. It is probably around 6 a.m. when I finally get to sleep. Content feelings run throughout me, and I feel as if my mind is out wandering another place whilst I stay and stare at the ceiling. This was enjoyable. 11 a.m. I wake up and feel like absolutely no time had passed since I slept. I tell my girlfriend that I was extremely glad we did that last night. I can't stop this giant grin on my face. I literally have never felt such uncontrollable, intense joy in my entire life. All in all, I think this is a very worthwhile lysergamide and will be consuming it again, perhaps in a larger dose. I will probably try not to have so much to eat next time, perhaps that'll help the nausea. Also, next time I will be listening to music earlier on in the experience, as I feel like it really made the entire experience. Stimuli was quite intense to look at, but I failed to see many visuals, despite some colored lights I could see every now and then. Standing in the dark also proved to be quite consuming and was interesting to let my mind wander this space. This drug seemed quite stoning for the entirety of the come-up, and I don't believe it would be suitable for, say, a festival. I much preferred sitting back and feeling like I was being pushed into the couch. I continued to have an afterglow all day the next day. I met up with an old friend I hadn't seen for a year and had a beer at the pub. The entire day I had an extremely positive outlook. Thanks for reading. And that is gonna be it. If you enjoyed, a like and a subscribe and follow would be some pretty cool stuff to see. Do comment letting me know if there's something specific you'd like to see out of me next. Pop on post notifications so you never miss out on anything new, and if you've got a story of your own you'd like to share and hear me read on the channel, I'd love to read them and I'd love to present them, so don't hesitate to send them in. Excuse me. I take submissions via my Instagram and Facebook, but you can connect with me anywhere you can find me. I have the same name and profile picture across all platforms, so you should be able to find me pretty easily. Stay frosty, stay curious, and stay safe out there as always. And with that, I will of course see the lot of you in the next one.
Peace.